All right, welcome back to Exit 45 Restorations. Today we're going to do something a little different. I picked me up a trailer, a car hauler, needs work. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get this thing kind of rehabbed, refurbished, and get it back on the road. I got to haul a car soon, and so I need to get this going. So let's get after it. Let's go. Come on. All right, so do the quick walk around. You can see here, this is how I got it. I love this. This is my favorite part. This thing, it feels like it's so ancient, but it looks like it probably works so good. I mean, I know it works because I've pulled, I've worked the cable out and, and come back in with it, but I just don't know. I am probably going to put an electric hoist on here and not mess with that. So anyway, looking at this thing, you can really tell here that, this was a converted utility trailer to a car hauler. And I don't know, you can probably see if you look, let me get you a good angle, but if you look from the tire back, you see that it turns down a little bit. So the trailer wasn't, it was modified, but it wasn't strengthened enough. And what they had done was they cut, there was the right here, you can see over there, the rail that went all the way along. Well, they cut that off, and I'm going to show you right here. This railing right here was on the top. I'll show you on the other side. They put this thing in here and then bolted it down to try and get the strength, and you can see that here. So you can see here, this is the top piece here, and then they bolted an 1.5 inch square tube, and they bolted all of this together all the way, along the trailer. And, I'm sure it certainly did provide some stability, but you can see it's not very strong. So here's my plan. I'm taking and unbolting this, which I've already done on that side, and I'm taking the square tube out, and then I'm going to flip this over, and you can see I've done that already over here. I know this is probably a little bit hard to tell, but so you can see here, and then I'm going to weld this and make it into a square tube all the way down. And that should stiffen this thing up. Give it some rigidity. It just doesn't have it right now. A little spongy. So I'm going to basically turn it into a square tube. Got a lot of welding, but it's necessary. Anyway, so I got this side broke free. It's going to need a lot of grinding, get my weld areas cleaned up. I need to get the boards, at least get this outside board off, get that out of the way where I can get a good view and, don't have to worry about catching anything on fire. So let me get set up and get going on it. Okay guys, got the wood off, so now I got to go down along this edge and unbolt this angle and this square tube so I can get all that out of there. Then I can start cleaning up the metal and getting it ready for welding. But I gotta hurry because yeah, looks like we got some weather coming in. All right, let me start breaking down some bolts. It's a different size. Let me get another one. There's like, now there's 3 different size bolts in this thing, so it's crazy. All right, let's try this. All right, got it. She's stripped down and ready to start making repairs, guys. That's as far as I'm gonna get. As you can tell, it's getting dark. Good morning. We are gonna start to prep the metal and the trailer for welding on the additional braces. And it's a little chilly this morning. Scraping the frost off the car. Well, I didn't scrape it off. I just let it run until it melted it off. But I know all you people up north don't want to hear it. But for us in Florida, it was a cool morning. All right, let me show you what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to go ahead and get it done. All right, so first thing I got to do is I want to take and get some of the bow off of this. So I want to jack it up right here. I'm going to get it up, get it more straight, maybe even a little opposite if I can. Get the jack stand underneath it and get it prepped. Then I can come along, clear the paint from the areas that I need to weld, and start getting this thing ready to weld up and see if that strengthens it up enough. All right, let's do it. All right, we've got a little bit of a opposite bow now. Let's see how this sets in. All right, so I think that's going to work nicely. You can see there's a little bow in this front. But as I heat this and weld, and I'll be able to move that in, I think. But, all right. Looks good, guys. Okay, so I'm going to kind of cue you in here on the other side. But you can see this side's going to be a lot trickier. So there's a bend right there at that tire. You can see it right there. And then right there, there's another bend, and it bends up. So it goes this, then it comes up, and then it goes down. It's gonna be challenging. Not really sure how I'm gonna get that to straighten out, or if I even need to. Maybe if I can just get the other angle up there and get it to conform to it and weld it, it'll hold it in the shape it's in. I'll play with it. We'll see. All right, so we're gonna start on this side here where I've got these couple of crazy bends. And you can see the bend right here. I'm gonna heat this area, and then my dad is gonna sit out here on the end, put some weight down here where I can then beat that in to straighten it up. And hopefully that will bring, this side of it down and get it back to straight. So let's get your popcorn and let's see if it works. All right, here we go again. Ready? Yep. It's just not taking this out. Well, that's as good as we're going to get it, but I'm not as worried about that bend. See, this crown right here. It's fine.
That weld was a good one, wasn't it? That was a poor weld.
I know what else I'm doing.
Yeah. I'd say that weld wasn't too good.
All right, guys. Well, you saw it. The cross member fell off. The weld clearly wasn't all that good on there, so I'm going to have to readdress that. We were able to get the bend out of the angle iron there on the end of the trailer. And I'm going to go jump to the other side now and continue to strip off the paint and everything so I can get ready to weld this angle iron on this side. And then we'll jump back over to this side and start. That was going to take me a little bit. Okay, guys, so we are set up for welding. I've already done a couple of tack welds just to see what I've got, and I'll show you what I got. Then we'll just work our way down this thing and finish getting it welded in. But I think it's going to work out pretty good. All right, I'm no welder, so it's it's hard for me to say whether or not I'm putting good welds on. They look solid. They look like they got good penetration. A little rough in some places, but I'll go back and clean all that up, but looks good. So I'm just clamping it down as I go, tacking it in like this, and then I will come back afterwards and I'll just finish filling it in. And this should give this trailer a whole lot more strength than it had. All right, just got a little bit more to go on this side over here, and I'll have it tacked in. Don't look at the welds, okay? They're terrible. I can weld with the MIG, but damn, I'm having a hard time getting used to that stick. All right, let me get it finished. Well, you can watch. All right, so you guys probably saw my frustration with that stick welding. Looks like to me what happened was my sticks that I was using, they've been sitting out. They've not been protected. They've been in the humidity. They've definitely soaked up some of that moisture, and it was just trying to like wet a wet match. It was terrible. So I picked up some flux core. It's loaded in the machine. So let's get this thing welded up. I got work to do with it. All right, let's do it. All right, so I've tack welded this thing all the way along. Don't laugh at me. I'm struggling like crazy with that stick welder. Look at them big old booger welds. Now, they did better down here. That was a flux core. Had to get some jeans on. I was getting tired of burning my legs. But it's working out. It's coming out good. All right, got the machine unjammed. I don't know what happened. It got, all tangled up in there. Come out here in a second. There you go. Oh. Something's still not right. Got it. There you go. All right, got this side. I'm gonna get the other side clamped down. See if we can't get that side tacked down. All right, guys, so we're gonna worry about this bend right here in the trailer. It's right by the tire. So what we're gonna do is on the upright part here, we're gonna just cut a notch in it all the way down. That'll start to straighten it, and we'll just keep opening that notch back up until that settles out and becomes nice and straight, and then I'll weld that up. That should take care of that. We should be able to get it at least more straight. All right, guys, let me show you what I got done here. I'm just sorry I'm moving in here right now. So you can see right here, I used the plasma cutter to cut this to get that, it had this bend right here and then it went downhill. And I needed to get that straightened up. So that did it. I could feel it every time I'd make a pass with the plasma cutter. I could feel the tire go down a little bit. So I'm going to weld that up, and then I got to do the same to this angle iron because it's got the same bend as that had. And I just got to make a couple of cuts and try to get this bent straight, weld it up, and then I can marry, this and that together to make a nice tube. All right, let me get to welding. All right, so before I can clamp this down, this is going to go in there like that. So I need to clean up this edge up under here. I got to get this cleaned, and I got to get it cleaned up here. So I just got to go all the way down and get all that done so I can start welding this in. So let me get to grinding. All right, so you guys can see, got her clamped down. so I can weld this portion in, and I'll just keep moving my clamps down as I tack it in, and then I'll go back and fill it in. Alright guys, so I got it all tacked in, and I'm going to go ahead and just fill it in now. Just going to go along and fill this in. Nothing to see here. You've seen a billion people weld. So I'm going to get it all welded up, and we'll take it from there, alright? Alright, you see we got it outside, and it's better. It's better. I could tell driving it out of there was a lot better. So we're going to go ahead and put the boards back in and call this project done. A shot. All right, well, there it is. Pretty much looks the same as when we started, but it's a lot stronger now. So we got this done. So why don't you come with me? We'll head over to my daughter's, and we're going to pick up her bug. All right, no video would be complete without showing you the first time it's in use after reworking it. So I'm all hooked up here to my next project. Unfortunately, I'm having some title issues with this. I've got to drag it back to Georgia and get some title issues worked out. Shouldn't take but a few weeks, and then I'll just drag it back. I head that way a lot anyway, so let's see how it works. Let's do it. All right, let's keep going. All right, turn the wheel again. Okay, let's get some more. Well, I know these things don't weigh much, but the trailer seems to be doing just fine, holding up to it. I felt like this was a good first run, since you know, I don't want to throw anything real heavy on there for his first test. All right, let me turn the wheel again. Okay. Get it up here some more. All right, it's doing good. It's doing good. Let's check over here. And everything looks good here. All right, let me get back over here and continue to crank. All right. Okay. Looks good. Everything looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start strapping this thing down. All right, everybody. We are strapped down and ready to get this thing on the road. Oh, don't let me forget that. All right, looks good and ready to get the Orange Crush Bug on the road. We're here. Well, I mean, I got it back to the house and everything went fine. This thing drives pretty good. I'm tripping over stuff, sorry. So, I mean, there's some things that still need to be done with the trailer. I think there's some strengthening that still can happen, but it's working just fine. It drives good. It travels good. Everything I needed to do right now, it's doing. I'll probably play around with this a little here, a little there as time goes on. All right, guys. So I made my way back from Georgia with the trailer and the convertible Bug, and everything went smooth. Trailer, good job. It really came out good, handled good, strong, never had any problems with any of that. So I am almost to my daughter's house now to drop the Bug back off until I'm ready to work on it. I'm gonna go ahead and unload a Bug. See it back there? Okay, guys, off the trailer and back in its home. All good. So just wanted to wrap the video up with kind of a report on where we're at. So made it to Georgia, made it back, and the trailer did great. So everybody, I appreciate y'all watching. Like, subscribe, all those good things. I really appreciate it. You don't know how much I appreciate it. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one.